Yeah, it's crazy. AstroWorld was over the weekend, and 8 people were killed via trampling.
Oh, I did see something about on Yahoo about some controversy with Travis.
Yep. So AstroWorld down in Houston, Texas, I think it is.
Yes,
It's normally
that's where
in
it was.
Texas. I
It was
think
in
Houston,
Houston,
Texas. But 8 people were killed. They were trampled to death.
Yeah, and they were like shooting people up with like drugs or something. So I think that's what happened. So like some of the people, like I think they were either like injected with heroin or something. But like I don't even know. I heard that story. Like I think they were saying that somebody or either a group of people or a couple of people there were like injecting people with stuff with needles or whatever.
Jesus.
But yeah, then people got trampled and stuff like
But
that too.
Travis is getting a lot of backlash too because I've been seeing things where
They're talking about
part of this is he's held responsible for it too.
Why? Like,
Because Travis, all through his career, has always encouraged his fans to ignore security
right.
and rules. Jump over this cage, do this, do that, fuck what he talking about, do a mosh pit. He's always encouraged his people to he's always encouraged his fans to do whatever the fuck they want to have this Travis Scott experience or moment. Issue is he's become so big and his fans have gotten so crazy. Situations like this, I mean, barricades were falling over. Sicko mode came on. That's when it happened. Sicko mode came on, and these people, barricades and things started falling from like the parking lot.
Yep.
They couldn't even see the stage yet. People were starting to get trampled, trying to rush to get to the stage. And it's just like they're saying that a little piece of this is his fault just because it's just there's no care. And he would it's not that there's no care because he had stopped multiple times, like 3 times or 4 times
to try to figure out what was happening. Yeah.
To give security time to get people out that needed paramedic or medical assistance, but then the show kept continuing.
Yeah.
Show kept continuing. And you hear about somebody dying in your crowd or somebody getting trampled to death or people keep having hundreds of people were injured.
Yeah. But to his defense, what people are saying and what I can kind of understand is like he doesn't know the extent of what's really happening, you know? Because people pass out at concerts all the time in real life. You know,
True.
You go to a Michael Jackson concert back in the day, niggas was crying, passing out, all sorts of shit.
True, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But the trampling shit is kind of crazy.
Right, but but I think in the one video I saw where he was saying like somebody passed out, like what's up? Like, oh no, don't touch him, like don't touch him, like give him space, da, 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 you know, which seems like a normal thing to say.
Right, exactly.
But like, I mean, I don't know if being on stage with that many people, if I'd be able to like really know the extent of what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. And I was watching Jon Snow right before we started the podcast, and he's saying that just like. If you know how this could possibly go, and things like this have happened at Travis Scott concert, barricades continue to fall at Travis Scott concert, security isn't beefed up enough, and apparently this isn't just a Travis Scott thing. Live Nation has always had issues with something when it comes to security, and they've always had understaffing and security issues at Live Nation events apparently. And Jon Snow was saying that this is the peak of the ice. This is like the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
Like he was like, this is a culmination. He feels like this event is like a culmination of like a lot of faults that Live Nation has had associated with their events.
Right.
And he was like, now you have 8 people who have
died.
8 people who have died on your hand. And he was like, and it's not just their fault. Obviously, they were like, he shows a part of it, but the other part is like the business side. We have the town that greenlit this, the city that greenlit this, the county that greenlit this, the event promoter that greenlit this.
Planners,
like,
all that shit, yeah.
Apparently, Travis Scott was the event was sold out, and he was like, I finessed it, and I got more tickets for sale, y'all. So they're saying yes to anything this celebrity is saying, which
they shouldn't be.
They shouldn't be. Yeah. Apparently, there was only 2 water stations for 50,000 people.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like all type of shit was going through. There's fight videos all over the place. Like now, shout out to that fight video. Did y'all see the fight video?
Was it crazy?
This Asian nigga gave this white boy that work, nigga. He gave him that work.
Shit.
Y'all know, and we play ball and shit. You ever seen the swole Asian? Niggas just cock diesel, nigga, 5 days a week. You know what I'm saying? Like almost look like they did a little bit of time, like the way they built.
Yeah.
Bro, apparently some dude was yelling out some racist shit. So when I first saw the video, it looked like, bro, relax. You whooping his ass. You know he can't stand up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it looked like. But then there's always more than one angle nowadays.
Right.
You see the dude that they put that work to, because it turned into jumping. The dude that gave that work to, he was talking hella racist shit, like Asian racist shit. So bruh took his shirt off respectfully. He just him and his homeboys just rushed his ass. But
Damn, is that Asian hate is
but
real.
long story short, that show, based off of hundreds of people getting injured, 8 people losing their lives due to trampling. The videos that I seen just of one sicko mode started, people tripping and motherfuckers just running over them. I was like, this shit, it's dangerous going to a Travis Scott concert. That shit is dangerous, bro.
The sicko mode, the power of sicko mode.
That shit is
crazy. Because that song, yeah, if I heard,
yeah, he was putting in work on that,
it's
man.
about to go down.
But that shit is scary.
Yeah,
man.
but that shit is scary.
Damn,
Just to amend what I said earlier, because I know somebody who knows the story is gonna come for me.
Yeah.
It was from what I see, what a security guard was pricked in the neck with a needle.
Oh,
What?
shit.
Yeah, that's what says Houston PD. That's something that I know.
You don't. But what's in the needle?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It's
That's
like,
what
what the fuck?
That's what's scary.
That's scary.
I be seeing memes on Facebook. This is even darker, bro. But they were saying somebody took a picture of the side of toilet paper. You know,
Yeah, I remember you telling me this.
And it was little red spots. And they were like, y'all need to check, especially the women, y'all need to check the toilet paper before you use it and put it in, clean yourself after you pee or go number 1 or 2. Because sometimes junkies put the needle in between on the side of the toilet paper to clean the needle off. Because it's wrapped up tightly.
Yeah.
And so you see these little red dots, and that's apparently a junkie cleaning their needle off.
Mm-hmm.
In a store?
No,
In like a public bathroom.
public
Like a
bathroom.
public-
Okay.
like a
Yeah,
public bathroom,
all right, yeah.
But I'm like, God damn, that's fucked up. Like, you just using the bathroom, wiping yourself, and you just they might have HIV or AIDS or
some
something.
shit, and you just
just
put-
wiped
oh
your
my
pussy
God.
and your ass with that shit.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh
Infected.
my God.
Boom. Like
Yeah, giving yourself that or hepatitis or something or anything.
Something.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
but I'm like, that shit had me paranoid. Nigga, I'll be checking the side of toilet paper when I be out taking the shit. I'm
Yeah,
like,
if you're at the movie theater or something.
yeah, bro. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
shit, you got to be careful. Like,
Yeah.
junkies
But
are
I never
cleaning
thought about
needles.
that.
I never thought about it. It makes complete sense.
Yeah, it
like,
does.
as a cleaning post, but it's
Right.
not a cleaning post. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
But I get the logic in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I see how this can really be happening.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But after that Travis Scott thing, that's got me like. After the Travis Scott tragedy, and also rest in peace to all the people who lost their lives trying to go see their
100%.
favorite artist.
100%.
That has me really that has me like, I'm not going to Dreamville without VIP.
Yeah. 100%.
That's all that made me think.
Because isn't that a scary thought? It's just like you're going to this concert not knowing that this is the last time you're going to be alive.
But it's just like the amount of people and being in
this is
that
the
close
last time.
proximity, like so many
Right.
people around, like
Like
And
I could
getting
potentially die going to this concert.
Getting
Yeah.
trampled on top of that, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
That like what?
that's a slow death too.
That's
Yeah.
slow. Yeah, that's slow, bro.
Yeah.
That's scary, bro. That shit like damn what?
Yeah. You can't catch your breath, can't catch nothing. You probably it's
Yeah, you get
yeah.
Like
getting-
roadkill, man.
As you're trying to get up,
Pretty
you're
much.
getting put back down. The wind is getting knocked out of you as you're trying to cast for breath.
Yup,
like
yup.
I'm imagining all that shit's happening.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Ribs cracking,
All that
breaking,
shit. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel like it would be, right?
yep.
That's tough, man, to even
Suffocation,
consider.
just like Jon Snow in that Battle of the Bastards. Like he almost got buried under a pile of dead
Right.
bodies.
Right.
Yeah.
But the weight of it, he was having a hard time breathing because of the weight of it.
Yeah.
The-
Now,
while
now
this-
the people walking, don't they be like?
You're
Well, you're not walking,
This
you're
is
jumping.
a stampede,
It's
bro.
a stampede.
This is
Or
a
people
stampede.
Okay, that's the
jumping.
way to
all-
put it. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
way to put it.
That and then
yeah.
people jumping up and down and shit like that too.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Okay,
so
yeah.
you a stampede trying to get to something.
You fall.
You fall. You really
fall,
gonna.
you're on the
and
floor,
the people
and
I
then
feel
people-
like who probably lost their lives are the people that were at the barricade.
Right.
Because when you push, you have something directly in front of you that you could trip over.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's like the easiest. You have the easiest thing to trip over compared to everybody else. You just might be tripping over body.
Yeah.
But even if you're a part of the, stampede and you're fully partaking in it, you can just fuck around and trip off of somebody who already fell,
Facts.
Yeah.
and now you're down.
Yeah. I guess I'm trying to picture it because I'm like, yeah, you're saying like everybody's at the barricade and everybody's like stomping on you and all this stuff. Like, but you're jumping there. It's like I'm jumping on a body right now. Like,
well, if Stampede, like if you've seen Lion King.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So like imagine when Simba fell into the
Yeah.
stampede,
Yeah.
like people just running like that, and they're moving in a direction to go to something.
Right.
They're not paying attention to what the fuck they're stepping on. They just
They're not. You
and-
don't
and
even
it- and you're-
feel it.
And
You
you're
don't
not.
even
We're not
feel
talking.
it.
Really?
And we're not talking about a group. Like we're not talking about 200 people. We're talking about thousands.
Yeah.
And I'm saying like I can't run this way without touching 4 people at all times. Meaning there's a person in front of
You're
me,
touching
person
people the
beside me,
entire
person.
run.
I'm touching everybody. We're this close and we're all running.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Like-
going a different direction is impossible.
Yeah.
How am I
Yeah.
going? I can't stop. You have to go, and you stopping
Makes
is-
you
is
makes
gonna
you
put
yeah.
you in more danger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Going with the flow is safer.
Right.
And on top of that, I mean, I've never done this, but I know people who, when you see those festivals and the person who made it all the way to literally the front,
Yeah.
and they're like this on the thing. They're like this on the thing.
Yeah.
Imagine your chest is like this, your arms are
On
hanging
the
over,
thing, yeah.
you're having a good time. Imagine all those people decide to push forward.
Oh yeah. And
Every
then,
single-
and then everybody
Yeah.
falls on
Those
you. Oh,
those
okay,
50,000 people behind you.
Everybody.
Even if that
Yeah.
even
Okay.
if that doesn't break, that's a solid object, and that weight is getting
and then
it's
you're
pushing
getting
into you.
impaled and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That shit's scary, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and you was up there happy you got the front seat at your favorite concert,
Facts.
and all of a sudden you can't breathe because there's so many people pressing,
On you, and then they can't get up and shit. Yeah.
and then you can't push back. How you gonna push
Yeah.
against that much force?
Yeah.
That shit's
Yeah.
scary, bro.
That's deep.
So that's why I'm like, yeah, VIP it is. I need to be away from y'all niggas, or like, yeah, I need to be elevated.
Yes.
Even if there's a lot of people in this section, at least it's just us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather deal with 100, 200 people in VIP than
Yeah.
49,000 people
Fact.
down in the general admission.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
We might trip over each other and shit, nigga. It's gonna clear out pretty quick.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
even
yeah,
if I
yeah.
trip and get trampled
And
a little
they
bit.
say
I probably
general
won't die.
etiquette, like in like mosh pits and stuff like that. If someone falls, like general etiquette is to like back up, give them space, let them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when it's that many people, though, it's like what?
Yeah, you can't even communicate that
Yeah.
to the back.
Can't
yeah,
hear
yeah,
nothing.
you can't
Yeah.
hear nothing.
Can't hear
You
nothing.
The
Yeah.
music is loud as fuck.
Can't hear nothing, can't see nothing. You on the ground.
And just dying.
Yeah, getting stepped on
Yeah.
by everybody of all weights.
That's crazy.
5'9" to 6'5". You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
100 pounds or 400 pounds.
That's deep.
Like, that shit's scary, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that just confirmed I'm never going to go to a Travis Scott concert,
That-
honestly. Unless I'm popping and I'm behind the stage or I'm up where the rich niggas is at.
Yeah.
Travis Scott, I won't be going to one of your concerts. I mean, I'm not that pressed, but...
Yeah, I
mean,
wasn't pressed anyway, but-
yeah, I'm not that
yeah.
pressed, but I'll go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should, yeah. But yeah.
Hey, you know, like one of his songs that I don't know why, but for some reason hit different this time around. I heard it before, like when I checked out Rodeo. But
Yeah.
like
I love that
90210.
album. Oh, I love that. I love that album. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's a
Travis
great
Scott
album because
Yeah.
it's an album where it's like everybody in this room could like. It's so like
Find something they
diverse
like.
that you could be like,
Yes.
"That's my favorite track. This
Yes.
is my favorite track." If you would have asked me, I'd be
The
like,
best part about that
90210 is
album
mine.
was the best part about that album is almost every song was a 2-part song,
"Yeah,
and every song was half rap, half of what Travis Scott is now.
yeah,
So it was the real auto-tuney Travis Scott on it. Every song was like that. So you
Yeah.
got it was the perfect balance. Like
yeah." And see, and like in 2015, I believe that's when it came out, right? Rodeo. I
somewhere
believe.
around there. Yeah, somewhere around there. And then T.I. was narrating it and shit.
Yeah. See, I think like around that time, I think I may have just like I was sleeping on him. You know,
I was definitely sleeping on him. Yeah, I definitely was sleeping
because
on him.
I just
Yeah.
like put him in the category of just like another
He sounds
auto-tune
like everybody
rapper.
else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
everybody, another person who's trying to be 808s and heartbreaks. You know,
Me too. I would say that, yeah.
but I think to be completely honest, I think it was AstroWorld that really like sparked it for me. I'm like, oh, you know, like this guy's doing something different within
Yeah,
the auto-tune thing. Like it really like separate him. Like he's doing almost like psychedelic trap
Yeah.
music.
Well,
I
Kanye
didn't
said
know
it
that.
in
That's what
Kanye
it
said
was.
it in
It
the
was-
in the interview. Kanye said Travis Scott is a mixture of me, Cudi, and ASAP Rocky.
Yup.
Yeah,
He did say
yeah,
that. He did.
and that is perfect.
That's
That is
literally perfect.
And that
That's
is true.
literally
And
perfect.
I was an
I can
ASAP
see that.
Rocky, a
Yeah,
Kanye,
all of it.
And Cudi.
and a Cudi fan.
I can see all of that in
when,
Travis.
When
Yeah.
Travis came, I didn't need it because I
Right.
was like, I got everything that you are. I have
Yeah.
that already.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
that's true.
Facts.
Yeah.
So for me, it was going backwards. So I was like, hey, I haven't heard Rodeo. Maybe when I listened to it, it was sort of like with that idea of just like, oh, it's probably just another auto-tune
yeah,
thing.
so it was Rodeo was the first time I was like, oh, I fuck with this.
And
then
Birds in the Trap, that was a
Sing
fire
Goodnight.
one. I like that.
That album was fire too, and that was when I was like, oh, he's got some bops.
That was the one that got me.
I still liked Rodeo more, but then AstroWorld just took everything.
Yeah,
over.
AstroWorld. I saw him
Yeah.
perform on SNL with my favorite alternative band right now, Tame Impala. And when I saw him playing guitar, and I forgot they were doing his song Skeletons because Tame Impala produced the beat for that song.
Yeah.
And I was like it just. I was like, oh, he's like out there, like he's
Yeah,
into
yeah.
like other shit outside of like hip hop and R&B. So that's what like sparked. I was like, okay, let me check his shit out. Then AstroWorld, I was like, yeah, this is pretty good.
Right.
Then I went backwards, with Rodeo.
Gotcha,
But to
gotcha.
me, I don't know what it is about 90210, but that
I love
song, like,
My granny called. She say, "Travis, you went to and you forgot
yeah.
about me."
But even just the first part is so beautiful and dreamy.
yeah.
In the alley. I was like, man, I have to listen to this whole album again once I heard that song again.
Yeah, that is. I do love that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say like maybe he's my favorite in terms of the what Fantano calls the auto crooners.
The auto crooners.
That's what he calls the auto tune like artists.
generation.
They are auto crooners.
Was it Kanye talking about how death of autotune was
Something that hurt Jay-Z
that was something that actually hurt him?
because
it didn't
Autotune
go
didn't die.
anywhere.
It didn't
Yeah.
go away.
That's so crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
But then it was obviously because he talked about how one song made somebody.
Yeah.
I think he might have been talking about 808s and Heartbreaks made all these artists or something.
Yeah,
or made
it was-
this artist. It
yeah.
was something along
It
those
was-
lines.
wait, Kanye said that?
Yeah, it was when
Kanye
he
said
it
that
was
in
when
an
he was
interview.
going on and talking about influential people, and when he was talking about like the thing that when he started getting his music back, and he was talking about like he respects the originators and like people who move shit. Like when Scarface added this piece to rap, or
Right.
where so and
that's
so
how it
added
was-
this.
Yeah, that's what he was talking
Yeah,
about.
I think he was talking about that, and then that's when he also was talking about Soulja Boy was like top 5 influential. He thinks like Future is one of the most influential in the last decade,
Yeah.
and he was like, of all time, Soulja Boy top 5, like most
facts.
influential for changing shit or whatever. But I think it was around that when he was talking about one of those things is when he
Yeah, it
brought
was
that up.
something like that.
When he
but-
brought up himself, that you
No, he brought up the
When
death of
he
autotune
brought
thing.
up how
Oh.
death of autotune technically worked against Jay-Z because autotune didn't go anywhere. I can't remember.
yeah.
Like that's kind of what
Somewhere
it was
around
about.
there.
But
I can't
that
remember.
part was in there. But we got a lot of the Kanye shit. Him talking about other artists because they do like a this or that style
Right.
game, or if you don't pick one, you got to drink.
Yeah.
So that's when we got to hear his opinion on a lot of people, like
A lot.
in the industry, because they ran that game like they
For an
ran
hour.
like it was like an hour.
It was like an hour worth of that game.
They ran like 20 matchups
felt
in
that way, yeah.
in that game. So it was
Yeah.
like we got to hear him talk about a lot of fucking people, like
Yeah.
in his immediate peer group and outside peer group and history.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Nice, man. I'm gonna check that out. Have something
You
to watch while I'm
think
eating dinner.
yeah. What time is it right now?
It's
how,
a lot.
How much?
Well, 156. We talked for like probably 15 minutes
But
before.
that's actually perfect though, because honestly, doing it this way, breaking it up the way that I should have been doing it for years, the episodes need to be an hour and a half,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
To 2 hours, because in even editing them, I don't have to worry about editing the. I know how I'm gonna do the edit too, to where it's not gonna affect me.
Yeah.
I check in on. I do one every day. I do 20 minutes a day. I do 15. I do one. I watch one segment a day.
Right.
Yeah.
Long story short,
That's true.
or not one segment a day. Like I'll sit through a whole hour or whatever,
Right.
but I'm pulling out 1 to 2 segments at a time,
Right.
that are all 10 to 15 minutes a piece. Then I'm actually breaking the entire episode up throughout the entire week.
That's true.
And then
That's true.
by the end of the week, you get the whole 2
The
hours.
whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
one of those might do well.
Right.
Yeah.
So you don't have to just bank on just the whole 2 hours, 1 hour and a half, or
It's
whatever.
not that in a whole
to
2 hour
go.
podcast, we'll never get good views
Yeah.
on those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until we're popping.
Until you're popping. Yeah.
We have better success at getting a 15-minute clip
Bite
to
size.
pop, than anything. But I think that's perfect though, because we went through all the topics. We're
Yep.
right at 2 hours. I got plenty to kind of pull out.
Yeah. Pull out.
And that's everything.
We don't know what that is.
That wasn't straight right.
I don't know what that is.
You stop.
Who pulls out? No.
But thank y'all. Another week of the Three Oak Podcast. Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Shout out to Janet Jackson's titty.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and also let
We'll
us
see
know
you
if
the whole documentary about it.
Yeah, shout out to Janet Jackson Titty, and then let us know if y'all fucking with that the Leon cam. As well too.
Oh yeah,
this will be the new.
yeah.
Technically, this is the first Leon cam.
It's the
so,
test.
Yeah. So let us know. I'm sure y'all gonna fuck with it though. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
But all right then, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.
Right,
Peace.
You just watched we could start over if you'd like.
Hey.
You just watched the Three Oak Podcast instead of listening to it.
You just watched the Three Oak Podcast. Okay.
Thank you for watching and listening to the Three Oak Podcast.
If you enjoy what you just watched, hit the subscribe button right there or right there. Matter of fact, Shane,
Yeah,
I need you to do something for me.
sure. Yo. Look, my dick is so big, you don't even know. You want to see it? Well, fuck it, I'll show.
Subscribe to the YouTube. We need you. Subscribe.